Hey guys, welcome back. And here we're going to be doing the mission. This might be the final episode. We might end off the game today.
Relying on a map and trusting the Alliance Army sets their sights on the base belonging to those who slither in the dark. Beyond its entrance, they are met by a sprawling underground city.
Stand strong at Shambhala.
Incredible. Who knew that there was such a vast space beneath the ground? It's like an underground city. I've never seen buildings like these before. It's like an ancient ruin. Not just because of its appearance.
I don't recall ever seeing architecture like this. It is magnificent in a sense, but I could hardly call it beautiful. Even the air feels stagnant. In any case, it seems like we need to go deeper. Let's look around and see if we can find some stairs.
Simply, we must defeat those who slither in the dark, no matter what happens. But if my conjecture is correct, the one who they will wish to kill the most is you. They are aware that you can use the sword of the Creator. Your body houses the same power they once bestowed upon Nemesis. That's why I fear for you. Perhaps. Please forgive my errant thoughts. Once this battle is over, I will explain everything. I will tell you all I know about who you really are.
Be the enemy commander.
For thousands of years, we have existed underground. Living on only, we might someday see our vengeance refined here and now. That vengeance is finally within our grasp. There is but one thing left to do. Destroy them. Damn those who stand with that arrogant goddess to oblivion, away from the world of the living. Now is the time. Let their metal bodies be drenched in blood. Hey, what are those big things?
Demonic beasts? No, I think not. They appear to have no will of their own. Someone must be controlling them.
Initiate all that remain. We must advance our preparation.
What's my strategy? This could turn the tide. I'll crush them all. Shall we?
The plan.
Ready when you are.
Oh, wait.
Best.
I'll cut through. This is active. Increase output gradually, depending on the amount of magical energy charge. If we destroy Shambhala, so long as our goals are fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but it's morning.
Mm-hmm.
Would you grow? Stronger.
Won't be in vain. Yes, my job. I must.
Muito aqui.
All this power just to survive. You saw.
Just be careful.
You're done. On home.
What's the point? I can still hide.
Hmm?
I'm sure. Sorry, but I must.
Mhm.
So just as its name. More fuels my body and
It's really targeting syringe.
Back in center.
That is contained, and I do want to make sure that you're all the way up here. You know what? Let's actually use Claude to finish it up, even though Claude's gonna get MVP again.
It is laughable to face after such a shield. Bare facts at the likes of us.
Yeah, he would say something about the pill stove,
But I have strong allies.
something like that, if you use Pilot.
Creator, the sword of Macleod, the blade given to Nemesis. Who do you really think is superior? There's a big difference between the living and the dead. The fate of the future lies in the hands of the living. It must.
I was expecting there to be a crit.
Victory. Can't be. Night.
And now we are within the final chapter.
Hang in there, Lady Rhea. Get her to her room, quickly!
That's a serious injury. It's a miracle that she's even alive right now. I'll do what I can, but... Goddess, please save Lady Rhea. All we can do now is pray.
Remember when this place was taken 5 years ago and a pure white beast appeared on the battlefield? I only caught a glimpse. I didn't understand where it came from. There were rumors that the goddess sent it to protect the monastery. But now I know better. That beast was Rhea. Did you know Rhea's true identity? I once showed you a picture of a creature known as the Immaculate One when Seth confiscated, saying it must have been one of Tomas's personal possessions. The beast that appeared back then looked just like it. So Rhea is the Immaculate. The book said that it was a servant of the goddess. Wouldn't it make sense if beasts like that are actually children of the goddess? Rhea is in a grim state right now. It's possible she may not make it, but we have things we must ask her about. Once things calm down a little, let's go and see Rhea. The truth can't be delayed any longer.
Mhm.
Part 2. Verdant Wind. Verdant Rain Moon. Fodlan's New Dawn. With the destruction of Shambhala, the ambitions of those who slither in the dark are forever shipwrecked. However, Rhea has suffered grievous injuries in the process. Yet, certain mysteries remain unsolved, so Claude and the others approach Rhea, who is now confined to her room due to her wounds.
Mm-hmm. And let's see. Yeah, let's just finish up the game today.
I'm happy to see you too.
Sorry to interrupt your rest, but there are some things that we absolutely must ask you.
It seems I do not have much time left. I do not intend to hide anything any longer.
Rhea, I have to ask, you're the Immaculate One, aren't you? If what I'm thinking is correct, that's what the children of the goddess is referring to. In other words, you...
I am the last child of the progenitor god. A long time ago, the progenitor god came from somewhere far away and descended upon this continent. She changed her form to resemble that of a human and gave her own blood to birth her children. The progenitor god and her children shared knowledge and skills with the people of the land. Together, they built a prosperous civilization, but the humans turned their backs on the teachings of the progenitor god and engaged in senseless wars. Eventually, people began to think of themselves as gods and challenged the progenitor god herself. The land was innocent. The majority of humans were annihilated. I believe that those who slither in the dark are the descendants of those who retreated beneath the ground during that time.
So they've been waiting all that time for their chance at revenge.
It took the progenitor god an astonishing amount of time to revive the ravaged world, but eventually the continent found peace, and the progenitor god, having fulfilled her duty, fell into a long slumber with the children. The children who stayed behind built a settlement in Xanadu to protect the Holy Tomb as they quietly lived out their lives. But then Nemesis, bringing tragedy along with it hell. I cannot forget the sight of that massive gift, painted red with blood. I was never able to forgive those who proudly wielded weapons crafted from the corpses of my brethren. I was the only survivor of Xanadu, and all I could do was wander across Verdant, Clinging to my desperate desire for revenge, I called myself Slithers, fostered the founding of the Empire, and prepared to oppose Nemesis and his followers. Unbelievable. I put Xanadu behind me to gather the remaining children who were scattered across Verdant. Finally, we killed Nemesis on the Tail-Team Plains, and I took back the soul of the Creator.
Let me get this straight. Saint Ceros is you? You're kidding me, right? Professor, Claude, there's something you need to hear right away.
If you have something to report, do so at once. There's no need to let my presence lie.
As you wish. We're receiving a constant stream of express messengers from cities to the east. They claim that an unidentified military force is attacking, and that there have already been a large number of casualties. What? The reports indicate that the cities and towns along the East Gronder thoroughfare in the Old Trim territory have already been destroyed. Some villages were razed completely, leaving no survivors. Damn it! Did they come from Shambhala? Could it be there were some remnants of that wicked group hiding there?
I have a report. The unidentified military force has crossed the Great Bridge of Murdoch. Alliance forces met them in battle, but it seems they have already broken through.
They've already made it so far. Is Count Gloucester unharmed?
The Count is fine, but apparently my brother joined reinforcements and was gravely injured.
Do you mean to tell me they easily got past a general as skilled as Holst?
They say the enemy general has a weapon that resembles the sword of the Creator. Even my brother was powerless to stop him.
That's not possible.
The enemy forces are flying a battle, bearing the crest of flames as they continue their march west along the Aramid River.
We believe they're marching toward Garrett-Mont. We are prepared to meet them in battle.
Weapon that resembles the sword of the Creator. And then, bearing the crest of flames, there is only one explanation. One leading the enemy force is Nemesis.
Nemesis? That's a Nemesis? Do you really think the ancient king of liberation has been brought back to life?
Perhaps the seal was building in Shambhala. An incredible power that we children cannot hope to match dwells within the flood of the progenitor. Nemesis attained that blood to surprise me with that case.
The blood of the progenitor god. He's right. He did take the remains from the holy tomb, didn't he?
From the blood of the progenitor god, Slithers, he acquired the crest of flames. From her bones and heart, he crafted the sword of the Creator.
The Creator is made from her bones and heart?
The heart of Slithers is the crest stone that was placed on the sword. The same is true of the crests of the twin leads and the other crest stones. They were born of the blood and hearts of the progenitor god's children. Those who slither in the dark created them, stole them. So it is now gifted that power to the humans.
The crests of the 10 elites, the crest stones, and the heroes' relics. I can't believe those who slid the dark made them. And after that, Nemesis used the sword of the Creator to massacre all of the progenitor god's children in Xanadu. In other words, the citizens of Xanadu were killed by weapons made from their names and their weapons. How atrocious. But I don't get it. The sword of the Creator that Teach wielded doesn't have a crest. So how is Teach able to wield its full power?
The crest stone of the progenitor god dwells within your professor. After I battled with Nemesis and Slithers, I reclaimed a hope of Slithers. I wanted to use that heart to resurrect her, even though I had to do some frustrating things to achieve that goal. I wished to see service once more. Yes, I believed that if I could resurrect my mother, I could regain all that had been lost.
So, that's the truth of it.
I suspected that your body housed the consciousness of Slithers. Your suspicions were correct. And yet, she merely gave you her power and vanished. My dearest wish didn't come true. But you did inherit the power of the progenitor god. Now, you must use it to defeat Nemesis once and for all Fordlands who have stained history must end.
We'll be doing only one exploration and then skipping to the battle. However, we're not going to be doing a full exploration.
My big Ruffy emerged from the battle with a tempest, dying. He's alive. Excuse me, favor. Thanks so much. You're a sweetheart.
I do not recommend doing any more of this because you will not get it.
It seems my proficiency has. Hey. That's. I'll help back you. I was doing. You're not. Fuel for steam.
It's starting to feel like a.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, we're going to just skip to this day.
Thanks.
And I have already decided who the S-Support is. Which that post would have been useless, but it was supposed to be a prediction.
Good fuel for steam.
We'll try to put this to use.
I'm really getting it. Age is but a number.
I suppose it looks like I'm getting.
Mastery is with it.
This will come in handy.
Sorry. It looks like I'm going to have to leave you now. One day, I hope you'll give this ring to someone you love as well as I love her.
Could do. I'm able to do Sothis, but we're going to do Yuri.
A military, bearing the crest of flames on its back, marches west to Garrigmach from Shambhala, attacking nearby cities. Rick informs the Alliance that the enemy's general is none other than the ancient Fell King Nemesis. And so the Alliance army prepares for their final battle, hoping to put an end to Fodlan's blood-stained history.
With the freedom of Fodlan. Chapter 22.
It's the plan, my friend. I thought you'd say that. And of course, I'll be joining you. What about the rest of you? Our enemy is a monster of legend. As always, there's not a shred of proof that we can win. A foolish inquiry, Claude. I must finish what my father started.
Started? Your father ran away before the battle even began.
All the more reason why I, as his heir, cannot flee now.
I'm in. I need to get back at him for hurting my brother. I'm not going to let him get away with it.
Wow. Hilda's serious about this.
I, too, will fight until the end. I wish to protect Olin's future.
I feel the same as Cynthia. It would hardly be fitting for Captain Gerald's apprentice to bow out now.
I will give it my all as well. For the professor, for Claude, and for all of you who helped make me as strong as I am now.
I'm into. We're done. I'm gonna eat tons of steak to celebrate. This truly is the final battle. At this point, you shouldn't have to ask us, Claude. You know we're working. I do know that, it counts. I had to ask, just to make sure.
Look at how reliable you kids have become. You've trained them well, Professor. This Nemesis guy should be arriving soon. Is everyone ready?
It's finally time. That's right. I'm confident we have what it takes to win. Let's defeat this dusty old king of liberation and put an end to this history of lies. Once we've done that, there'll be nothing holding us back. A new and brighter age will begin. Let's go, my friend. Fodlan's new dawn awaits.
And we will within the final battle. We are the recommended level. Restore only 3 heroes relic.
Likes a bunch. That 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 likes that the one? Likes a bunch. Is that the one? Likes a bunch. Is that the one? Likes a bunch. Is that likes a bunch. Is that likes a bunch. Is that the one? Likes a bunch. Is that likes a bunch. Is that the one? Likes a bunch. Is that likes a bunch. Is that likes a is that likes a is that likes a bunch. Is that the one? Is that the one? Likes a bunch. Is that likes a bunch? Is that likes a bunch? That likes a bunch. Is that likes a bunch? Is that the one? Likes a bunch. Is that likes a bunch? Is that the one? Likes that likes a bunch. Is that the one? Likes a bunch. Is that? Thanks a bunch. Is that? Thanks a bunch. Is that the one? Is that? Thanks a bunch. Is that? Thanks a bunch. Is that? Thanks a bunch.
Nemesis is here, and with more soldiers than expected.
A swamp, huh? There's something about it. It looks odd somehow.
Can't breathe. You should not have done that. Be careful. The water is poisonous to the living.
Looks like we better not get near that swamp.
I'll cut through.
Yeah, that part is just a bunch of instrumentals, so you don't need to worry too much.
No, there's a way. You are. Done. Onward. Crush them all.
Shall we? You there.
The plan. Another than does is do the
Mm-hmm.
I'm fighting. What's my strategy? Turn the tides.
I think they've got some sort of magical link with Nemesis.
Could the magic be protecting him?
Not sure, but we'd better take out his 10 commanders before taking him on. 9 more commanders remaining. We just killed number 10.
This can't be the 10 beats, can they? Now, it's not like.
Okay. At the ready.
Yourself, kid.
I'm impressed.
That's Nemesis. You're a crusty old bastard, you know that? So close. So easy. Just Oh, yeah. Never back down.
Mm-hmm.
Bad at all. I know. Guess me. Next one. I like that. Exactly like that. That.
Mm-hmm.
Split turn the tides. I'll use this power for the greater.
Just be careful. A nobleman does his best. Knew you could do it.
Mm-hmm. Let's get rid of this guy.
My God, Bob. Mouth.
Later.
This wasn't really the most target anyway, so
For my brain. I can. That's me. Now we can't call any more demonic beasts. Time to see off his allies.
Small. Another victor zone. This problem keeps heavy.
Just be careful.
Mm-hmm.
It's innocence. Verdant's over it again.
Got it. Them well. My best.
Yeah. This is an intense battle.
I have sharpened this thing. What's the plan?
Mhm.
What? All the subordinates to Nemesis have been eliminated. What's he doing? Now's our chance to face off against Nemesis. Still fight.
What consumes my training?
Yes.
My duty is your job.
No, wait.
Let's do it again, bitch.
Think about it.
You know what? Let's try to go for a crit.
You are.
Plan. Just be careful, shall we? It's still quite.
What's my strategy now? Crush them all.
Cut through.
Mhm. And with that, we beat the game.
There's still room for improvement. Closer.
That one seemed to work. We're almost done. Let's go, my friend.
Mhm.
Tough talk, guy who's lived. Allow me to fix that. Break to scale the walls between us, to reach out our hands in friendship, so we can open our true hearts to one another. That's how we win.
That is story gets wrapped up.
Future historians will refer to this day as the new dawn of folk. And that, I have no doubt. It's up to you now, Teach. As for my path,
Sing flame was alight as the flow of time carved a new history. The ambitions of the Fell King Nemesis were crushed, hurting what could have been the greatest crisis in the history of folk. After 5.5 years of rule, The new age was set to begin. Country, faith, history, all that had once formed the order of the world was wiped clean. The heroes whose very hand saved Vodland from a dark fate commenced with the building of a new society. The leaders of this new, unified Vodland began their walk down a seemingly endless path. One towards a world that would cherish differences in race and belief, one where all life would be valued equally. Those leaders clung to the hope that their path would not end with Ferdinand, that it would someday span the seas to Dagda, and beyond the throat to Olmira.
Sure, you already know where this is headed. Seriously? I thought you were a little sharper than that. All right, whatever. I'll get right to it. You're the ruler of Fodland. That makes you the most powerful person in the world, next to your brilliance. I'm not much more than a flightless spirit. All I've got are my dreams, a handful of people working for me, and pittance of gold. Well, and my undeniable charms, of course. So I've got to know. Is there anywhere where you're bright and shining off for someone like me? Always straight to the point with you. You should know that by now. Well, there we go. I want you to take this. Consider it my token of thanks. A repayment for all you've done for me. If that makes you smile. Forgot, have you? Well, I suppose it has been 5 years afterwards. You backed me up when I needed some help. Even though I would admit it. Bit of a turf war, if you recall. I always repay what's owed. It's how I sleep at night. But if you really don't need it, I've got another idea. Maybe it's more of an agreement. In return for this ring, I ask for you. Don't play coy with me. Or maybe you're just dragging me over the coals for fun. I can't recall how many times others have asked me this. Being the one extending the invite certainly isn't easy. I used to feel like saving the life of even one person who needed it would be enough. But I've set my sights even higher. A future in which nobody has to die from something as awful as poverty. I know it's a dream worth reaching, however grand it might be. And you, so truly special. I feel like together that dream could be made reality. It may never happen, but it's important to try. Anyway, I'm just a person like anyone. I'll die. So, whenever that happens, someone will have to take over as boss. Got that all lined up already. And so long as my people keep living with the same tenacity I've taught them, I've no doubt my dream will live on. Whether or not I'm around to see to it. My name might fade into the dust, but my dream will remain. The longest. And now I've come to want something else. When I go, I want someone around to write my name, my old notebook. I can't see anyone else more suited to the task than you. What's wrong? Did I say something strange? I just want to make sure things are set up properly. You never know when it'll be my time. I suppose I did just talk a fair bit about death during the proposal, didn't I? Normally I'm much more charming. Now, you get it extra. You accept my offer. Yeah? Something else? Well, you certainly don't forget, huh? I've always kept it private out of necessity. Couldn't have such a secret being spread around after all. If there's anyone I'll tell, it's you.
And we don't even know what his real name is. I did spend quite a lot of time trying to make sure I get MVPs in the early game. Because I was trying to make sure I get the good. I'm gonna make sure I get the beginning, like the classes needed early on, and I could be like try to get it to where I can. Let's see, what's within the second half of the game. It was within like only a few that needs to get to a specific spot. And there's this theme here. Mhm. It's pretty good. Felix in my city somehow. Lucy and Sylvain also got together. Ralph isn't happy. So he's in ruins. I am Million. Mutant Cyril. on inhibitor. This will be it for this episode. I'll see you guys in the next episode where at least next video with just being the credits, I guess. See you then.